Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a mini collective reading for you guys today in honor of Lionsgate. So today is August 8th, 2004. Obviously it's the 8th month of the year, the 8th day of the month, and we are in an 8 year because the numbers 2024 add up to 8. So whether or not you believe in Lionsgate, because some astrologers will say that the actual coordinates of the star Sirius and the sun are not exactly aligned depending on which system you use. So I mean, regardless of that point, either way, there is still an energetic portal of abundance happening today because of the numbers 888, because 8 is a number of abundance. I can't even talk. It's a frequency of alignment to a higher vibration, abundance, money, success, all of these good things. So I wanted to just quickly tap in to see what's coming in for you guys. So I wanted to do 3 quick little piles here. We're going to see what doors are opening for you, this 888. This Lionsgate, seeing what's happening for you guys, what you can manifest this time of the year. So I have 3 piles for you guys. Cards are face down. I'm going to have you use your intuition to choose. You might have more than 1 pile in this reading. If you want a personal reading with me, you can find the information for that in the description box below. And if you like this reading and want me to pick up on your energy in any upcoming readings, make sure to subscribe to my channel. So once you guys have chosen your pile, I will see you in your time-stamped reading below. Bye. Hey, pile 1, let's see what portals, what doors are opening up for you this Lionsgate. So for you guys, we have full spectrum. Beautiful card. And we also have new beginnings. Yeah, beautiful energy. So I'm noticing how there's divine feminine portrayed in both of these cards. So I feel like if you could be a woman, if not, this is just the message that your divine feminine energy is awakening. I feel like there's something here about you integrating your creative, your feminine side here. It's almost like you're pulling a piece of yourself that you've lost back inside of you. You're pulling it back into who you are. I see someone's aura becoming just more dynamic, more well-rounded, more balanced. And I feel like this portal is a perfect time for you to kind of start fresh. It's a perfect time for you to go after anything new that you want to try. I feel like this group definitely feels more confident. You definitely feel like it's almost like you're coming back home to yourself. You feel more like yourself lately. I feel like this has been taking some time, but I feel like as we step into this month of August, you're going to be feeling a lot more complete within yourself. It really is giving me like a full like self-love. I know who I am. I feel secure in who I am, and I know that I can manifest good things. I hope YouTube doesn't dock me for this. Whatever. I'll put a crystal here. YouTube's been weird. So yeah, anyway, I really feel like you guys are really just stepping into your full confidence, like your full power. I'm getting a lot of fire energy for this pile. So like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you could have those placements in your chart. But overall, this really just feels like nothing can stop you. Yeah, nothing can stop you. You're open to brand new doors opening in your life. You're experiencing new things. You're open to experiencing new things. It feels very, very good overall. So I think I'm just going to read a little bit of this card for you. So full spectrum, creating heaven on earth by honoring the perfection of nature's cycles, going beyond the judgment of good and bad, the merging of duality, raw nature, earth wisdom, connecting to ancestors, shadows as the fertile soil for exponential growth. The way forward is in the whisperings of the land, honoring the full spectrum of life. Yeah, so then, okay, so before I even get to that point, this is definitely talking about, like I said, coming into balance with yourself, coming into balance with maybe also like your shadow and light side, right? Full spectrum. So maybe your light side was dominating and that you would suppress your shadow, but then there were certain behaviors that kept enacting themselves or portraying themselves in other relationships, and now you're claiming those aspects of yourself, so you stop having those experiences. Or maybe your dark side was prominent and it was leading your life, and you found yourself in very difficult situations, and you notice that you fall into temptation very easily, or you can't gain control of your life, you can't gain a footing of your spiritual path, and maybe now you're leaning more towards the light side. So there's something here about like you guys finding that balance of dark and light, good and bad. Maybe you're no longer looking at things with like a black and white mentality. You're understanding that there is a spectrum to everything, that there's a spectrum to nature, and there's also a duality and spectrum when it comes to everything that we encounter in our lives. I also feel like, I was going to say this in the beginning too, that you guys could be connecting to the earth a lot right now. Some of you guys could be earth signs, or you could just be spending a lot of time in nature. I feel like nature is very healing for you guys right now. Let me see if there's anything else here that I want to touch on. Yeah, I mean, basically it just says when we judge something, we create a story around it. These stories often create limitation. Subconsciously, we gather so many of these stories over our lifetime. So yeah, it's like you're letting go of any stories or conditioning or preconceived notions that you've had about yourself or others or life. And I feel like this mentality, this clearing out of your mind, this ascension of your mind and just seeing things differently, having a new perspective, it's exactly what's raising your vibration to the frequency to kind of step into some sort of new beginning here. So I really feel like it's just like a blank slate for you guys. It just feels like you guys are starting over. I really feel like this mentality is going to open a lot of doors for you, because you're no longer going to be approaching or viewing certain opportunities or people, places, and things through a certain lens, but you're going to be viewing them for how they actually are, because you're going to be able to see the full spectrum of something. I'm just getting like, I'm seeing like a light, right? Or like the sun shining through a crystal, shining through a diamond, and it's refracting the light and it's creating all of these rainbows. So I'm getting this message about like color blindness, maybe like not literally colorblind. I don't know, maybe that is the case for somebody here, but it's almost like maybe you only saw things as literally black and white, but now it's all of a sudden like the sun has come through, or you have transcended some sort of limiting belief, and now you're able to see all the colors. So all the colors are becoming very vibrant to you. This could be literally or figuratively speaking, metaphorically speaking. Overall, it just really feels like you have just fresh eyes, like you can see things very clearly. Everything feels very clear for you guys right now. I also feel like your channel, like your crown chakra, your third eye is very clear right now. Yeah, you guys are like in perfect condition, I'm getting, to accept some sort of new opportunity that might be coming towards you. So let's see. A strong will and sense of determination is essential to fulfilling your potential. Set up different routines and rituals that will keep you focused. You need to be prepared for the joyful hard work that is necessary to transform yourself and your life. Reset any negative cycles by writing down your positive intentions. Goals are a great way to track progress and maintain a vision. Use small, manageable steps and measure your progress. Then reward yourself when you have met your goals. And then it says here, the owl symbolizes knowledge and wisdom, which will be essential for you to continue learning, as the acquisition of new skills will open many new hidden doors of opportunity. Move forward with your eyes wide open and acknowledge your power and shine your light. Yeah, so you guys could even be increasing like your spiritual gifts, your spiritual abilities could be, I don't know, I'm just getting like you guys are more tapped in, you're more sensitive to what's going on around you. So this could be like an overall just total clearing of your energy. Like your aura is clear and fresh, your chakras are realigned, your mind is right. Everything feels right, everything feels aligned, everything feels clean, and it feels like you're ready for the next step. So you guys really could be planning something right now, where you could be stepping into a new routine that is really going to help you acquire new skills or step into this frequency of authenticity. I'm really getting like authenticity, acceptance, self-love, and I feel like that in itself is really going to be attracting a lot of good opportunities for you. So I'm just going to leave it here. This is just a short message for you guys. I hope I was able to connect you in this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye. Hey, Pal 2, let's see what doors are opening for you this Lion's Gate. What portals are opening for you? We have Beyond the Mind, and we also have Growth. Okay, so I definitely feel like these might all have a similar theme, is kind of what I'm feeling here. But for you guys, it's more so you guys are transcending some sort of constricting or limiting belief system that your mind has imposed upon you. I really don't feel like this is one where you were conditioned to believe something or you were raised to be a certain way. So this is like a matter of nature and nurture. I feel like you guys were actually, I don't know, I'm hearing predisposed, but it's like maybe you just have a very active mind. You guys could be Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, like very like those strong, like mentally ruled signs there where the mind is very strong. There's something here where you guys are growing past something that you've told yourselves. Like there's some sort of limit, some sort of cap that you have put on your own potential and your growth. And I feel like you are like throwing that to the side. You're like, fuck this, I'm gonna start doing something different, or I'm going to not let my mind get in the way of what I want to achieve in my life. So it really feels like for you guys, yeah, this is not really like something that was forced on you. It's more so like something that you believed about yourself, or just the way that your mind naturally works. Some of you guys could also be neurodivergent, I'm getting, where you have like a lot of either intrusive thoughts, or you get a lot of downloads and you're not sure like what you're receiving, what you're tapping into, or maybe you're just you find it very difficult to relax, so you're just always having all of these thoughts come into your mind as well. Maybe you have a hard time sleeping, but I feel like you guys are really like just taking control of your mind. I'm seeing someone like throw someone out of a driver's seat and like jump into the car, kind of like Grand Theft Auto style, but not like beating the person up. Just I really just see you guys like, yeah, it's like you're, oh, okay, that's a cool reference. I'm getting that that's your ego. You guys are throwing your ego out of the driver's seat and you are stepping in. Your higher self is stepping into the driver's seat. So this is not, it's almost like a matter of like removing that egoic filter or the egoic shell that is blocking and limiting you, and letting your higher self take control. It's like, I'm going to drive from here on out because I know how to get to the destination that we need to go to. That's very cool. So your ego could have been driving you in circles, or it could have been taking you to places that really don't resonate with you anymore. Yeah, so I'm really just seeing like you guys throwing that ego out, and your higher self is jumping in, and you're opening up the map and you're like, all right, let's go. Or you're putting some sort of destination into GPS and you're like, this is what we're doing now. And I see once this happens, and I feel like this has already happened for you guys, this could be like very recent that you've decided to do this, or this could be like literally right now as you're watching this, you're having some sort of mental epiphany or clarity about what you need to do next, because you're no longer letting your ego run the show. You're no longer letting your mind and certain beliefs that you have about life kind of dictate what you want to do with your life and how you want to go about things. Yeah, this is like a really, oh, that's what I was going to say. I feel like once you guys really step into this mindset, or once you actually let this higher self take over, you're going to see a lot more progress in your life. Like things are going to start either moving a lot faster or a lot smoother. So this says thinking with the heart, being present, heart and mind connection, meditation, the bliss of being, quieting the monkey mind, fathoming the unfathomable, finding happiness within, going beyond intellectual limitation. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you're literally transcending, I'm hearing like you're transcending the reptilian brain, which is like our primal brain structure. I don't think that would really resonate with this. I don't know why I got that, but yeah, I really feel like you guys are stepping into more of like this compassionate, heart-centered type of thinking, where again, no more ego, at least not like the unhealthy type of ego where it blocks you and it ruins things for you. But you guys are really just letting yourself not sit in the mind space, but really feel out what you need to do. So again, I'm just getting this reference to the higher self, going beyond intellectual limitation, fathoming the unfathomable, knowing that certain stories and certain limits are no longer there for you. I'm getting the limit does not exist. That reference from Mean Girls, the limit does not exist. So you guys are kind of telling yourself this new narrative that it's like, I can reach for the sky, I can do anything that I want. I don't really have to tell myself that I'm only capable of doing certain things or achieving certain milestones, but I can do more than that. So this really says here, yeah, pretty much the same thing. Take a step outside of your mind-based concerns or limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. There may be, yeah, there's a past story that's making your mind spin, that you can't really perceive your current reality for how it actually is, because you're still living in some sort of like past situation. So maybe it could be something that did happen to you, something that happened to you, some sort of traumatic experience that made you feel like you had to let that ego take over. But I feel like you're kind of pulling away from that now, because I keep getting that reference to like you guys throwing someone out of the driver's seat and it's like, I'm gonna drive instead. Contemplate what a situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours? So that takes me back to you guys being either neurodivergent or energetically sensitive, where you pick up other people's energies and you don't realize whose energy is who. Or maybe someone tells you like, oh, like you're never going to be able to do that. Or maybe they tell you this person's no good for you, or XYZ is going to happen. And you've taken those projections on, but they're not really the actual fact or the actual feeling of what you actually feel is going to happen, or what really is going to happen, but it's just what someone else told you or what you think. So yeah, it really depends on the situation. For some of you, it is just your mind. For others of you, it's because someone else kind of fed some sort of narrative to you that you're breaking right now. So for growth, see, read some important points here. Yeah, this definitely talks about the higher self. You are learning the patience you need to let go and grow at your own pace. Do not compare yourself to the growth of others. Be gentle with yourself and nurture yourself as you navigate this often harsh and confusing world. Your higher self is always there to assist you, but it first needs your permission to act. So ask for guidance on how best to handle any situation you find yourself in. Yeah, I kind of feel like for this pile, though, it's not really like a matter of asking your higher self for permission. It's more so like your higher self is like sick of your ego in some sense. So it's just naturally taking over. Like you're just having this moment where you're like, I'm tired of living this way, or I'm tired of doing this way. I'm tired of having the same outcome, so I'm going to try something different. And I know in order to do that, I need to step into a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, a new way of operating myself. So that's kind of where I see your energy right now. But I really feel like some of you guys could be starting either a new project, or you could be wanting to nurture a project or relationship or a job or something like this, and you're finally going to be able to step into this energy to be able to hold space for whatever this thing is that you're trying to grow, because you're no longer in that limiting mindset. But this is what I have for you guys. It's going to be a short one. I hope that I was able to connect to you in this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye. Hey, Pal 3, let's see what doors are opening for you this 8/8 portal. What's coming for you guys? We have the luminescence. Okay, and then we have resistance. Sorry, I couldn't talk. The luminescence and resistance. Interesting. I feel like for you guys, there's a part of you that wants to come out. There's a part of you like deep within you that wants to be revealed or wants to be shared, whether it's a story or an aspect of your personality or a creative project, something that you really want to put out there, but you could be having a hard time either like tapping into yourself, tapping into that. Yeah, I'm seeing someone like having a hard time either tapping into their heart space or tapping into the space that they need to get creative. So some of you guys could be having a creative block. It really feels like you're trying your best right now to let some part of you shine. Some of you could definitely be doing like past life regression. You could be trying to remember something, like gain control of some sort of memory, some sort of soul fragment that you may have lost as well. I feel like you have this understanding that in order for you to move forward out of some sort of blockage, you need to pull something out of yourself that's been hidden for quite some time. And for some of you, it's almost like, because there's two parts of you here that are at odds with yourself, like your higher self and then your ego possibly, where it kind of feels like your higher self is like, oh yes, like let's share this, or let's get this out into the open, let's pull this out, let's create this. But then your ego is like either suppressing the memory of something because it was painful or traumatic, or it's like you're purposely well, for some of you it's unknowingly, it's just like a trauma response, but for others of you it's like you're consciously, your ego is consciously trying to prevent you from tapping into something because it is painful, because you're gonna have to look at it, because you're gonna have to heal it. But in order for you, like I said, it's like there's two parts of you. That's why I was confused when I pulled these out, because this one is like, oh yeah, and then this one is like, I don't know. So it's like there's a part of you that really knows that you really just have to break into this, whatever it is. You have to look at it, you have to face it, you have to heal it in order for you to create what you want to create, or be the version of yourself that you want to be. You guys are definitely seem to be having a little bit of a hard time with this one. This one says self-love, the light that radiates from our hearts, light shining in the darkness, heart-centered living, removing your heart armor, accepting your shadows as the flip side of your strengths, a vulnerable, wide open heart, authentic, heartfelt need. So this is all about the heart space. Yeah, so it's like your higher self really wants to open up. Your higher self really wants to speak from the heart, to shed light on your wounds, to heal, to become a better person. But it's like your ego is having a little bit of a hard time letting yourself do that. So you could be finding yourself just having a hard time healing right now. Maybe you're very much at odds with yourself, like you're trying to figure out like, why can't I get this? Why can't I fix this? I would like to believe that since you're watching this, you do consciously want to do this. So I'm not going to really sit here and say that you guys are just purposely not doing the work or purposely like pushing something away for later. But maybe that could be the case for some of you. Maybe you're just like, oh no, I'll do it later, or I'm not ready right now, or something like that. And maybe that could be the case for some of you. So it says here, consider the parts of yourself that you may not be accepting. You may be experiencing an inner dissonance due to what you are trying to push away. Yeah, exactly. This card is about self-love. That is the deep, compassionate, unconditional love of self that brings you into wholeness. You can shine through the shadows most gracefully when there is no fear within. Allow more light and love inside and out of your world. So yeah, I feel like for you guys, you're really having a hard time trying to let this heart space open up. Or I really feel like for you guys also, it's like maybe something has happened, something traumatic or something embarrassing, or there's a certain part of yourself, right, that you really don't like. You don't want to look at it. You don't want to claim it as part of yourself. So I really do feel like your ego is fighting you on this one. I really do feel like your ego is a little stronger in this pile than your higher self at this moment. And I feel like it is because, you know, the ego is trying to protect you. That's the natural role of what our ego is supposed to do here. But I feel like it is in overdrive because of something you've been through, or because of something that you don't want to take a look at. You guys are really having a hard time either taking accountability, facing something, seeing the truth about something, accepting your demons or whatever it may be. But I really feel like for this pile, you really need to find the time and the patience and the compassion and the grace to give yourself to really take a look at whatever this is. And of course, the timing is going to be different for everyone. If you really feel like you're not ready, then maybe you're not. But for others of you, I really do feel, since luminescence is here, I really feel like you are ready. I feel like there is something that is sitting very deep in your subconscious or in your heart that you're kind of being encouraged to take a look at in your own time. For some of you, it's going to be sooner. For others, it's going to be later. But I really feel like this is being brought to your attention in this reading today because you are ready. Otherwise, the message wouldn't be here. So this is a sign for you guys that if you have been putting something off or prolonging a healing process, that now is the right time to do so. Because I really do feel like whatever you have not looked at, for some of you, it's like the one last thing that you need to do, the one last thing you need to heal. Maybe it's like the worst thing that happened to you, or it's something that's very hard for you to work through, and that's the last wound that you need to heal to kind of move past this blockage. For others of you, I'm getting that maybe you're just recently starting your spiritual awakening, where you're starting to become aware of the ego, you're becoming aware of your shadow side, your light side, and you're really starting to kind of, it's almost this denial phase, right? And like we all go through it. Everyone that heals certain things that they've done or that they've been through, we all go through it. And it's almost like you're having this moment of realization and everything is hitting you very hard, and it's like the reality is too difficult. It's too painful, or you guys are like, oh, I did that, or I allowed that, or I said that. And it's very hard to process. I feel like this pile definitely has either escapist tendencies, or you just, yeah, it's like you just naturally escape when something is too overwhelming for you emotionally, or you have done certain things or just been through certain things that are just very dark and traumatic to look at. Yeah, this is a tough one. But I really do feel like most of you are ready. Like if you're watching this, you're ready. You're ready to do it. You're ready to heal it, to face it. There's only one way to do it, and it's to face it head on. It's to just accept it for what it is, to have great grace and patience with yourself, to forgive yourself for not knowing better, for not doing better, and just moving forward and healing that part of you. If this is an inner child wound, it's like sitting with that inner child and embracing them and letting them know that they're safe now. If it's something that you did, then it's just having to take a look at that and take accountability, take responsibility, ask yourself why you did this, and then just move forward from that and try to do things differently. Make a promise to yourself that you're going to try to do something a different way, or to say something a different way, or to give something up, or whatever it may be for you guys. But I really feel like you guys, it's almost like you're looking at something, but you're trying to turn away from it. It's like I'm seeing that from, I think it was Bird Box, right? Where they're holding their eyes open, like you need to look at it. It's almost like your higher self is like forcing you to look at something, and you're like, no, like I don't want to see it. It burns, it's too much. But it's like, I feel like you have to in order to grow. You really just have to do it. There's really no other way around it. So as a matter of when you do it, that's going to be up to you guys. But yeah, let's see if we get anything for resistance. So this talks about inspiration and creativity. It says, you may be constantly distracted from your mission. Focus and stay on course even when negative thoughts, demanding relationships, or small setbacks block your path. Keep going. Yeah, so you guys either have just started your spiritual journey and you're like having a hard time staying on track, or maybe you did get lost, you got off track, you completely walked off path. It says when this card appears, you may have a problem with procrastination, and it can also indicate self-sabotage and a fear of failure or success. End the inner struggle of not feeling good enough and push through the resistance you feel. You have a cosmic responsibility to fulfill your life's purpose, and though it may not always be easy, it will bring rich learning experiences. You will be richly rewarded for your persistence. Yeah, so ultimately, this is really just telling you guys that you got to face something. You have to push through that feeling, because it's like you guys find yourself in the same position each time, where maybe you're getting ready to face something and you just don't do it. And there's honestly only one way through it, and you got to do it. Like, you just got to go through it. You got to go through the pain. You got to go through the resistance, the crying, the anger, even the anguish, like whatever feelings you need to feel. If you need to scream, if you need to punch a pillow, if you need to scream in your car, if you need to cry, like whatever you need to do to process whatever this is for you, you need to do that. And yes, it's going to hurt. Yes, it's not going to be comfortable, but it's going to leave you feeling more accomplished within yourself, and it's going to help you just release those stagnant energies from you, because I really feel like there is like a really good part of you guys, either a talent that you have, or you just have a lot of love to give that you're really suppressing and hiding within some pain or trauma that you really just need to push past. It really is just like a blockage for you guys. I would highly recommend you to get like a personal reading, or to get a Reiki session done, some sort of chakra rebalancing, past life regression, some sort of deep healing work to break this, because it really feels like there is a huge blockage on your heart space that is preventing you from moving forward. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it eventually, either today or next month or next year, but either way, you're going to have to do it before you can fulfill whatever the next task is on your life's path here. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it here for you guys. I really hope I was able to connect to you in this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you.